Good Tuesday evening, everybody. What's this? January the 14th, 6:30. Had to do that job thing today. Wah, wah. Came home, did chores, went and fed cows, walked around out there a little bit, checked on everybody. Everybody's looking good so far. I put the snow bucket on the tractor, cleared this landing out here in front because I want to cut up some of that firewood there, but we're supposed to get 1 to 3 tomorrow, so I'm not going to plow all the snow, but I needed to put the snow bucket on anyway. Figured what the heck, clear that spot off so I don't have all that snowy firewood to work with. So we're going to go grab the chainsaw and see if we can't get a little bit more of that buzzed up and stacked in the woodshed. Hopefully by the weekend I'll be able to get the skidder out, grab a couple of more skids. We'll see how that goes. I kind of got the bearing sorted away for now until I get the new one. We got a wear item in there, let's put it that way. Are gaining a little bit in the firewood department. My goal every day is to cut at least twice as much as what I use, so I'll cut 2 days worth in a day at least, and that way I got some to stack in the shed and we're gaining. Plus I got a little set aside in case I get banged up or sick or whatever and don't have time to get out there, and I certainly don't want to be cutting on a daily basis. The whole idea of having the woodshed done was to get it filled with wood, but obviously I didn't have that much time this year by the time I got it done. Got a few blocks blocked up here. We got a couple of bigger trees that are out in front here. I think I'm going to leave those, being that I got to plow snow. They'll be easier to see as kind of my land markers, so we're going to clean up all the smaller stuff. And you can see I got all these standing up here. That's kind of my preferred method. Go around, stand a bunch of them up, and go around with them all and split them all. And away you go. A few of these bigger ones I got split obviously into 4 pieces, but that's not a big deal. I use pickeroon to stand them up. It's a lot less bending and stooping. It's a lot easier on your back, so let that take about 4 minutes, somewhere in there. I'll go ahead, take the pickeroon, stab those things, throw them in the wheelbarrow, go stack them in the shed. Again, I'm not going to get into those big trees tonight. We got some snow coming. They're going to make a good marker for me. Hopefully this weekend we'll get some more wood up here on the landing. So as you can see, we're gaining. Slowly but surely, I'm gaining. Thing with this woodshed is multiple reasons, but yeah, I don't like having my firewood laying in the snowbank, but reality of it is I can cut firewood all winter long. I prefer to cut firewood when it's cold out versus when it's warm out. But the big thing is having that in there covered up. You'll notice it's not all big huge chunks. I can handle big huge chunks, no problem. But it's a little peace of mind, especially for Katie. If something happens where I get injured or something like that and I'm not able to go out and check the wood stove, she has a stockpile there that's nice and dry and ready to go. It's pieces that she can handle. She doesn't have to worry about anything else but just throwing it in the wood stove and away you go. So it kind of goes twofold there. It works out both ways. So my intention through the winter time is to keep the thing full, at least more than 50% full, because at any given time you never know what can happen. So you gotta look out for the ones that are looking out for you. I was out there splitting wood, cutting wood I should say. Remind me when I was working with Bob in the woods after we had first met. We never worked together full time. I've always worked at the Ford garage when I knew Bob, so on the weekends I'd be out there cutting firewood and whatnot, and so most of the time he didn't work on weekends, but when he did, it was because he needed to make up some ground. So if he was out there, I was going to give him a hand. So we're out cutting one day and he says, you need to make that saw faster. Like, I'm not sure what you mean by that. So I didn't really ask about it at that point, and I just kind of kept on cutting. The next time we got together, he's like, you still didn't make that saw any faster, huh? So, okay, I don't know what you mean by this. So like, oh, I'll show you. So he's the one that taught me about grinding the rakers off a chainsaw chain. We'll go through that another time. I'm not sure that's something I should really advise people to do, but let's just say Bob was the kind that you grind the raker all the way off. Unless you're working in oak, you grind the raker all the way off. And I'll tell you what, that saw will hook up. So, just a little tidbit, a little memory there. We'll try to share a few of those as we go. I'm not really good at the storytelling stuff, but we'll throw in a little here and there as we can. So, hope everyone's having a great night. I think I'm going to futz around out here in the shop for a little bit. It feels a little warm in here, though. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad today. 72. Very manageable. So, we'll open the door for a little bit. Service door. Let a little cool air in. Get her down to about 65 and see if we can't get something done in here tonight. We're, next project here. Not that it's going to be anything to see. And you can see we don't have anything down here. And so we got to start insulating the cavity behind that. You can see up over there. Insulation. We'll take you through that process a little bit in another video, but did have a comment on my last video here, or a couple videos back, depending on when I get this one up, about putting a second coat of paint on. Jeremy, I would love to. Time is not on my side, man. You want to come down and help me paint this thing? We can put a second coat of paint on. I'll even buy the beer. I'm just saying. It's rough. The OSB is rough anyway. Chances are Katie's going to want to repaint it in a couple of years anyway, because that's how she is. So we'll see what happens, but I'm highly doubt the second coat's going to happen here, man. I gotta get to it. This thing's got to get turned into a workable space here before too long. She already wants to paint the shelves that we're putting in, so we're up against it. Talk to you guys soon.